Hi, this is Zero, and this is What If Naruto Was Half Senju, Half Uchiha, Part 2. We left off while Naruto just went into his mindscape and see someone that was his father, but he didn't know that yet. He went close to him. He said, "Who are you?" Minato would bow, go down to it because he was kind of shocked that Naruto is four, just four, that he awoke on the Sharingan. Because Minato awoke on his Sharingan about when he was about to turn 5 almost. He wasn't there yet, there was 2 months left, or 3 perhaps. And so, yeah. And then Naruto asks him, "Who are you?" Minato says, "I'm your father and I'm also the fourth Hokage." Naruto is shocked, but he starts to cry, hugs his father. And so that happens. Then uh, Minato and Naruto talks. Naruto says, "Everyone hates me. I don't like anyone. No one likes me," and so forth. Now, Minato is kind of shocked and sad for his son. What has happened? And so Minato says that Naruto tells Naruto what happened that day, that how Nine Tails was controlled, and pretty much all that stuff. That he was controlled, he fought a masked man. So then Minato says, I want you to go to a place called Namikaze compound. But how will you go there? I want you to go to this jungle, uh, this forest. Forget what I said before. Uh, this forest, at this point, there will be a seal. When you put your blood on it, you will be teleported into, Namikaze compound. And I want you to go there and train there. There will be a jutsu named Shadow Clone. I want you to learn that one first. Because Minato, of course, he knows, the truth about the Shadow Clones. He will tell Naruto how the Shadow Clone works. And then he says, "You must be strong. You are an Uchiha." And then Naruto tells Naruto about, his grandfather, that's Madara Uchiha. And he's also in Senju because he tells him about the heritage of his mother, who was in half Senju and half Uchiha. So the first Hokage is your great grandfather, Mother Uchiha is your grandfather, and I'm your father. So you will be quite a strong shinobi, and your mother was also very strong. She was known as the Red Death. And then he will tell the stories about his mother, how she was called the Red Death because uh, Minato's, as I said, Genjutsu is similar to Tsukuyomi, so he can make people time's perception a lot more slower. So they talk about for about 3 days almost. Let's just say one day, an entire day they talk about it. Then Minato says, "I have someone to meet you." Then Minato takes Naruto to the cage where he meets Kurama. Then Minato and Kurama and Naruto talk. And then Minato asks Naruto, "Can you open the cage?" Because the Nine-Tails is a good person. He's not a bad person. He doesn't deserve to be. So Naruto would say, "Of course." And then Minato would open the cage. Kurama will be out. And then Naruto and Kurama would say Naruto to fist bump him. Naruto would say, "Whoa, I feel weird." Naruto say, "From now on, we are friends." Because Kurama can see that Naruto is also has this chakra similar to the sage himself. So he's willing to cooperate much more. He thinks maybe Naruto is the child of prophecy. That he is, of course. And so Naruto gets out of the mindscape. He looks down. He remembers what happened. He looks down in a shock that I'm still bleeding. But to even the shock of his own, that he healed. Then he remembers how his father says that every Uzumaki has a healing factor. And so do Senjus. When you combine both of them, you get a stronger healing factor. Since you're related to, Hashirama Senju, your healing factor will be a lot more stronger. And Kurama, the Nine Tails, also grants you a healing factor. So you have a pretty good healing factor. Naruto would smirk to himself, "Okay, so I don't have to, worry about getting hurt." And then Kurama would say, "Yes, you do. Even if you can heal, healing will take chakra. But if But if you try your best to dodge, you will use less chakra than being just let every attack hit you and then heal from it. Naruto will understand this because Kurama is talking into that way because Naruto is still 4 years old child. And so Naruto would go to the place where Minato told him to, his father, and he will put his a drop of blood in the seal, and he will be teleported inside Narakaze compound. He will be shocked to how huge it is. He will go inside, and the scroll of the shadow clones will be there where his father told him to. He will try learning it. It will take him an hour to learn it because Naruto is much better for uh, pedagogy, a genius. Damn it, I can't say that word. My tongue is annoying. So yeah, thanks to him also having Otsutsuki chakra, his chakra control is way better. I mean, way better. He's born with the same level of chakra control that Sakura had in the tuning exam. Born with that kind of chakra control naturally. And Naruto has more chakra as well. A lot more chakra. A lot more. He pretty much has chakra of full Senju, Uzumaki, and Uchiha combined. I would say he has as much chakra as how, let's just say he's a ton shit of chakra. He has about 2 times more chakra than Kakashi Hatake. And so yeah, let's continue. And Naruto's chakra is gonna go way up. And so Naruto goes into the library, learns the jutsus. He knows what his father told him. He pretty much creates about shadow clones, and he goes and uses his Sharingan with his clones to read as many books as he can, because Sharingan provides you photographic memory, a much better memory than a normal shinobi, almost photographic. So yeah, he uses that. Thanks to his enormous amount of chakra, Naruto was able to read quite a lot about Uzumaki's, Senju's, and Uchihas. His father told him to first read upon the history of everything, and then his father told him then learn taijutsu, make your body stronger. And so Naruto will learn all the knowledge of all the clans in Konoha and around the world that they are. Few things the Kurama, Naruto already know his name because Naruto asks Kurama about his name when he first met him. Kurama was of course shocked. Not even Minato did that. And so, but Naruto mainly calls him Furball. I took that part also from Legacy. Don't hate me, please. And so, Naruto reads upon it, and Kurama pretty much, corrects few things what actually happened, because in history, a few things get changed, but Kurama pretty much showed him the actual history of several of the things. And so, then Naruto asks, what kind of chakra nature will I have? Kurama would say, probably all of them. Naruto would like, how? He would like, you and your father has similar chakra, let's just say. Naruto would just nod. And so Naruto, now we turn to, Naruto is 5. Naruto has been doing quite a lot of physical training, push-ups, sit-ups while wearing weights, and letting his shadow clones, about hundreds of shadow clones, work on taijutsu. He knows now the meaning of Senju. Senju means 1,000 skills. So he practices taijutsu fighting style technique 1,000 times. Kurama doesn't understand why Naruto does that. He kind of want to tell Naruto that doesn't it exactly means that you have to practice every single thing 1,000 times. But he just lets it happen because this is kind of making Naruto's taijutsu even better. Because he's practicing a single, not 1,000 moves one time. He's practicing one move 1,000 times. And he can practice about 5 moves at the same time. 5 moves 5,000 times. So yeah, thanks to Shadow Clone. So yeah, he's going strong, fast. And Now we cut to Horizon. Horizon can't see sometimes Naruto where he is, but Horizon doesn't, bother Naruto with it too much. Because Horizon just thinks he went to, the forest or something. Damn it. Horizon just thinks he went to, forest or something like that, where his crystal ball can't, look for him that fast. But unknowing to him, Naruto was in Namikaze compound. Naruto has taken quite a lot of money from Namikaze compound and he's been eating well thanks to Kurama pretty much, yelling at him all the time to not eat, only ramen. Naruto still eats ramen, in the morning for the carbs that ramen has. All of the time Naruto eats, veggies, meat to build up his strength and body. As a 5-year-old, Naruto is a little bit more taller than someone his age, and Naruto still wears weights. Naruto's taijutsu is a high genin level. I would say, low chunin level, because Naruto, used shadow clones to practice everything 1,000 times. And Naruto also has practicing chakra control quite a lot. And so, Naruto goes, he sees Hinata getting bullied. No, scratch that. He sees two girls getting bullied. One of them has, blue hair, one of them has brown hair. Both of them look the same. Naruto pretty much walks up to the bullies and tells them, stop it. Because he can see the one with a little bit smaller height than the blue-haired one was trying to protect the blue-haired one. The brown-haired girl was trying to protect the blue-haired girl. Then Naruto looked at the girl's eyes and he realized both of them are Hyugas. And so Naruto says, leave the, girls alone. The bullies would say, what are you gonna do, you demon brat? One of them would, there are 5 bullies. One of them would try attacking Naruto. Naruto would easily dodge and punch the bully, breaking his nose. He punched him in the nose. Then the other one would try to, kick Naruto. Naruto would sidestep and hit his other leg, making him fall. Because one of his leg was in the air and the one was on the ground. Naruto hit the one that was on the ground, making him fall on his face. That hurt a lot. The other, 3 bullies decide to run up at Naruto at the same time to, overtake Naruto by numbers. But in short form, Naruto beats the heck out of them. When I say beats them, I mean it beats them pretty badly. And then Naruto, looks at the girls. Naruto was easily able to beat those kids because Naruto was using his 2 Tomoe Sharingan. Yes, Naruto has 2 Tomoe Sharingan in both of his eyes. And both of the 2 Tomoe are completely mastered. He's about to go to 3 Tomoe. Kurama can feel it, but he just needs a little bit of push, very little bit of. Naruto looks at the 2 girls. Naruto says, "Hello, I'm Naruto Uzumaki." The brown-haired one says, "Hello, I'm Hyuga." And one says, I'm Hinata Hyuga. I'm so sorry, guys. I butchered her name. Hyuga. I think, yeah, I butchered it. I'm just gonna call her that. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I say so. Both of you are sisters. Habi would say, yeah, she's my older sister. She is 1 year older than me. Yes, I've made, Habi a lot more older than what she originally was. If you know what I'm about to do, you are a good person. I'm not gonna say anything. And so, Naruto is talking to 2 girls, and now Hinata is kind of, impressed by him, and so is Habi. I can't say her name, damn it. And so, then a guard comes, he takes them both, Lady Habi and Lady Hinata. Please come with me, your father has called you. While they are going, the guard says, don't involve with that boy. Both girls, while the guard is looking forward, both of them girls looks back at the boy. The boy smiles. Both of them kind of blush. And this, Habi and Hinata both of them have a crush, and Habi is only a year older. And so, Naruto pretty much goes home, and the bullies were saying that we will call our parents to beat you up, you demon. Naruto would say, yeah, 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 I've heard that a lot. Because Naruto has beaten out more kids that who try to bully him. Because Naruto doesn't hesitate to, beat the shit out of people now. Naruto is quite tall and quite strong. And now we do a time skip of 6 months. Naruto is going at night in a alley and few people shows up. Naruto has already awoken, the three Tomoe Sharingan. He sees few people jumping, off the houses and going towards the, uh, Hyuga clan. Naruto sees it and smells something fishy. Now Naruto's in the 6 month. Naruto's taijutsu has gotten high chonin level. Naruto's strength has gotten high chonin level, a little bit higher than that. Because Naruto can also put chakra into his punches to make it more devastating. And Naruto's speed is low jonin level. And put everything with his Sharingan, he's downright terrifying. And so Naruto pretty much uh, jumps on top of the roof and use body flicker. Yes, Naruto knows the body flicker. As I said, Naruto has been training for quite a lot of time with shadow clones. And his taijutsu is low tuning or high tuning level, but his taijutsu speed is much more higher. Since he has practiced every single punch kick 1,000 times, it's like a second nature to him, so his reaction speed is even higher. And so Naruto follows the ninjas. There are two of them. One nods to another, and the one leaves. And the one that's left decides to go into the Hyuga compound. Naruto sees him carefully by using his Sharingan where he's going. He sees he's going into the Hinata's room. Hinata gets kidnapped, and he's running off with her. Naruto sees this, and he pretty much uses body flicker to run behind him to make sure when he goes into the forest he can take him out. And as soon as he enters the forest and he's out of the space, Naruto throws a kunai towards the shinobi. The kunai, the shinobi sensed the kunai and he moved back to doji and deflected with his kunai. But when he did, there was no one there. He felt something behind him and something punched him so hard in the eye, making his eye sore. And he dropped Hinata. Naruto caught her and put her down. Naruto looked at the person. Naruto was using his Sharingan, but he's hiding with the Genjutsu. He said, Genin? Then Naruto would weave some hands and say, Fire style, fireball jutsu. Naruto will throw a fireball up in the sky. At the same time, the Hyuga clan has, got the notification that Hinata Hyuga has been kidnapped because they couldn't see her. And they kind of asked people around that they saw one person, taking a bag with them. They thought it was Hinata, so they ran towards them, and then they saw the fireball. And so did Hokage. Hokage went there, and so did the Hyuga clan members. And while Naruto was fighting the High Jonin, Naruto fights with High Jonin, but thanks to the lore in experience, Naruto gets beat. But Naruto he pretty much damages him quite a lot as well, because Naruto is using shadow clones to hide behind trees and come and surprise attack him. Both of them are quite injured, and then Naruto feels something behind him. He looks back, and it was a kunai. It was coming, coming too close. It was almost as close of his head. He saw his own death, and then his eyes morphed into something new, into a Mangekyo Sharingan. As soon as that happens, the Genjutsu was broken. Naruto realized it was a Genjutsu. Naruto looked back to see, the Jonin came. But this time there was someone else as well. His partner was a Genjutsu specialist, so he was able to put Naruto in a Genjutsu. But Naruto was too focused on, the Jonin in front of him. He didn't sense the other one when the other one came and put Naruto in a Genjutsu. Naruto got punched, and he flew quite far away. He looks up, and now his Mangekyo Sharingan are glowing. because now the genjutsu on his eyes are also annoying to him. Naruto mistakenly put both of them in a genjutsu and he runs towards them and kills one. Pretty much stabs one in the heart again and again. Second one, who was genjutsu specialist, sees this that his high Jonin friend is dead. He runs towards Naruto with all of his might, trying to kill him. But then, thanks to him being a genjutsu specialist, his taijutsu was of a low tuning level, and Naruto was of that of no his taijutsu was high tuning, so was Naruto's. But Naruto's Mangekyo Sharingan granted him an edge that Naruto pretty much explored. As soon as the Hyuga clan members and the Hokage came, they didn't saw Naruto's Sharingan. They could only see Naruto's back, and they saw Naruto take out a kuna and stab in the guy's neck, instantaneously killing him. And all of them are shocked because they can see it's Naruto from his back alone, because no one has that kind of blonde hair. Naruto's blonde hair are quite long. Naruto doesn't cut them at all. Then he turns off his Sharingan and he falls down to the ground and he coughs up some blood, because he got hit in the chest quite a lot, and he has a few cuts on his face as well. He looks at the Hyuga members and Hokage, and they are shocked because the cut on his face starts to heal slowly, but it was healing. They could see it, and about in 5 seconds the cut was healed. And Naruto stood up and says, I'm so tired. And then Hokage asks Naruto what happened. Naruto says, I'm so tired for this, old man. Old man just says, Naruto says, I saw a few people taking Hinata, because Naruto already opened the bag and see who it was. So I went after them. I managed to kill them. And all of them are shocked, like how calmly Naruto says that. Oh, I killed them. Then Naruto says. Then all of them realizes that the adrenaline was rushing in, so Naruto didn't care about killing. And so Naruto huffs and puffs for a few seconds because, clan heads and several of the Hyuga Shinobi and even Hokage knows that sometimes the first kill is the end of someone's ninja career. Naruto just sighs, it's fine now. Hokage just sighs, okay Naruto, you go back home, I'll talk to you later. Naruto was kicked out of the orphanage at the age of 4. Not at the age of 5, because Naruto beat the shit out of few people in the orphanage who was trying to bully him. So he's been living alone for quite a lot of time. Naruto nods, and several of them are shocked because both of them were no joke. One was a high Chunin level and the other was a high, Jonin level. Then one Naruto is going, Hokage asks, how did you kill them, Naruto? Naruto looks at, the Hokage and all the, people, mainly Hyuga clan members are there. They're looking at, Naruto for an answer with pretty seriousness. Naruto says, oh, they underestimated me and they died. Mainly one of them kind of slipped and I kind of stabbed him. That one over there, I'm pretty sure he was a high Jonin level or something. He pretty much fighting me and laughing at me, underestimating me, and he slipped and I slipped as well on top of him and I killed him. All of them took that as an explanation because they don't expect someone who hasn't even entered the academy yet to kill those few people. And then what do you call, and then Hokage asks, what about that one that was a high Chunin level? Naruto says, I don't know, he was just so different. I was actually trying to fight him, then I just took out a kunai and my eyes were closed and I stabbed it upwards and apparently it died. I kind of stabbed him in the throat without even knowing it. And Naruto says that with a weird face, like, I haven't killed anyone, believe me, kind of face. And they'll believe him. And so, at the same time, Hinata wakes up. He says, what happens? Hinata's father says, nothing, Hinata, you just got kidnapped and that boy over there, saved you. Hinata looks at him and it's Naruto. Because she can kind of, see that who he is because, blonde hair. And so Naruto leaves. He doesn't use body flicker because he wants to hide his skill for now. Naruto goes to his home. And then he sleeps. The next morning, Naruto wakes up at 5, goes to Namikaze compound. to learn about the Mangekyo, because his father did wrote him a book. He's reading upon the scroll that his father wrote, how you need to make sure to what the Mangekyo abilities are, and Kurama is also telling him what the Mangekyo abilities are as well. Now says, so I need eternal Mangekyo, otherwise I will go blind. And then Naruto says, a good thing father put a jar and his eyes into it so I can gain eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. For that I need a medic, and I'm not a medic, and I need to become one. And so Naruto goes to this session where Minato keeps medical ninjutsus. And so Naruto uses shadow clones and his Sharingan to read all the medical ninjutsu. And now we skip to about a year. A year has passed. Naruto has not transferred the eyes yet, but he is fully mastered medical ninjutsu at the peak that he can without actual guidance from someone. And Naruto's taijutsu is at the high Jonin level now. And he's also started to practice Kenjutsu. In Kenjutsu is a high Chunin level. And he has also made his own taijutsu. He created a taijutsu he calls demon style. And he has created a Kenjutsu fighting style of reading upon all the scrolls that his mother had of Kenjutsu. He created a Kenjutsu style he calls angel style. Demon and angel, because demon is related to his body, that for taijutsu, and for Kenjutsu he calls it the angel style, because his blade, he looks like an angel while wielding it. He uses a normal katana yet for now. He's planning to make his own because he has already learned the basics of making weapons from her mother's Uzumaki scrolls, where Uzumaki is wrote how to make weapons with special capabilities, how to add your chakra into weapons while making them to make them more durable when they are done, and other stuff. And so when Naruto is about 6, Naruto is outside in the forest, and then he senses two people. It's Hinata and Hinabi looking at him. They woke up to Naruto and ask, so how are you that strong? Hinabi asks, but Hinata is still shy. Naruto looks at them, do you want to be strong? Hinabi nods, and so did Hinata shyly. Naruto says, fine then. From that day on, Naruto starts to train with Hinata and Hinabi. Her father doesn't mind that much because his father is not at home too much. He's quite busy doing the clan things, because since his brother died, his brother still dies for pretty much, no, scratch that, his brother does not die, because when the Kuma asked what happened, and they told that Naruto Jonin took Hinata Hyuga, and Chunin was there as well, and they were killed by someone. Raikage asked, is that was an Hyuga? It was the third Raikage, not the fourth one, because not surprised that it was the third one, damn it, yeah, third one. They ask, no, it was a person named Naruto Uzumaki. They say, the third said, I need his head, he killed my Jonin. Then Haruzan says he's 5 years old, and this shocked everyone who was sitting there, because several of the council member, clan heads were there as well, but they didn't know what actually happened, and they all looked at Raikage. Raikage, the third Raikage, looks at Hokage. Are you kidding me? How can a 5-year-old can kill him? He was in a high Jonin level. Hokage says that he told me that he was kind of laughing at him because he was a 5-year-old trying to kill him. Then Naruto, he said that I slipped, then he also slipped, and my kunai kind of went into his heart, and I kind of killed him. And the Raikage took this explanation. Then he asked, how did he kill the Chunin? He was a genjutsu expert. Then Hokage said he told me that he was fighting him and he was pretty much getting beat. So he closed his eyes and took out a kunai and stabbed it upwards, and the kunai kind of went into his throat. Pretty sure he was looking at our way because we just got there. So his guard was down and he kind of died like that. Raikage took the explanation, so nobody dies. Raikage, even if it's the third Raikage, he won't ask a head of 5 years old, no matter what. And so that happens, no one dies. So Neji still has his father. He won't be, too resentment was, the main branch. And Hinata and, Hyabi are best friends because they are just a year older. Hinata just a year older. So now we cut to while they are 7 and they are about to join the academy. Now Naruto has been training with Hinata and Hyabi a lot. I mean a lot. They pretty much train almost 6 hours a day with each other. Naruto has given both of them the weights to wear and told them how to do different exercises to increase their body natural strength and durability. Both of them keeps on doing that. Hinata has come out of her shyness in the year quite a lot. She still gets a blush whenever Naruto is around her, and then after while Naruto is 7, Anbu comes to Naruto's home and he says Hokage is calling you. Naruto nods and Naruto goes to Hokage office, and then Hokage waves a hand and all the Anbu is gone as well. Naruto can sense it, and then pretty much Hiruzen asked Naruto what actually happened. So Naruto told Hiruzen how I am actually an Uchiha. He told this while he turns on his Sharingan. Uchiha massacre still happens. Hiruzen is shocked. Then Naruto tells Hiruzen how I was when I was 4, I was in the forest. I kind of got scratched by a huge bear and I almost died. I woke in my Sharingan. When I did, after some time, I talked to my father, the 4th Hokage, and Hiruzen is even shocked. And so Naruto tells Hiruzen what actually happened about the Nine Tails attack, how he's actually an Uchiha, but he doesn't tell him about him being the grandson of Madara Uchiha. And he tells everything, that how I know that my mother was in a half Senju, my father was 1/3 Senju. That grants me a Senju's body and Uzumaki's chakra and Sharingan. And I have woken my 3 times Sharingan at pretty young age, pretty much younger than the so-called Itachi Uchiha. And that's how I was able to kill them. I pretty much put them in a genjutsu by mistake while showing them that I was somewhere else. Actually, I was somewhere else, so that's how I killed them. Hokage got the gist of it. And then Hokage asked, why didn't you tell anyone? Well, I was about to tell when I turned 5, but then pretty much the what do you call, the massacre happens. Hiruzen would nod, and so because Naruto still has been going into the academy, but he's been only sending his clone, and that same goes for Hinata and Hayabi. All 3 of them sits together at the last bench. They go actually there whenever there is any physical test. Naruto is on the top right now, then Hayabi, then Hinata. And when the Uchiha massacre happens at the age of, while they are 6, because now Naruto is 7. At 7, Hiruzen called him to talk about it, and so that happens. And after the massacre, Sasuke has start training even harder than he ever has, because he wants to beat Naruto. And when Naruto is 7, he's lying down, and Hinata and Hayabi come and lie down with him. He's in a grass, and in front of him is a river. Hayabi asks, so Naruto, do you kind of like us? Naruto kind of get a little bit blushed, so Hinata's completely red. Hayabi is blushed, but she's keeping her composure. Naruto kind of sits up. Hinata and Hayabi sits up. They are looking in. Naruto is looking at both of them. Of course, I like both of you. Both of you are the only friends I kind of, yeah, kind of, both of you are my first friends, of course. Hyabi asks, not that way, Naruto, the other way. And when Hyabi says that he's completely red, Naruto, uh, comes up a lot more forward and kisses Hyabi and then kisses Hinata. I like both of you, okay? Both of them are pretty much blushing so hard. Both of them just jumps him and hugs him. And they hug for about 5 minutes, and both of them come, but you can't date both of us. Naz says, oh, I can, I have a plan. Both of them like, what's plan? Naz says, oh, CRA. And they're like, what's CRA? Naz says, oh, it's a, clan restoration act. So I can have more than one girlfriends, and I will be having both of you. Both of them are quite happy. Then they kind of get a little serious, and they ask Naruto, will you be having more? Naruto says, time depends, because I want to, resurrect my clans. It's all three of my clans are now pretty much extinct. They ask, three? Aren't you an Uzumaki? And Naruto turns on his Sharingan, because he never showed both of them the Sharingan. They're like, what, how? Then Naruto tells both of them about, how his mother was actually in half Uzumaki and half Senju, and my father was an Uchiha Namikaze. My father's father was an Uchiha, and my father's mother was half Senju and half Namikaze. And they're like, Namikaze? Naruto says, a fourth Hokage is my father. And they shocked both of them. They're like, what? And he tells them that the first Hokage is my great grandfather. And their jaws are on the floor. And then Naruto drops the permanent bomb. And yeah, Madara Uchiha is my grandfather, my father's father. And now both of them are like, too much in the shock to say anything. They stay like this for about 10 minutes processing everything. Then they start asking questions like, didn't he die at the Valley of Death? I says, come on, shut up, love, shut up. He puts his fingers on both of their lips and tells them that no, he did not. He survived. He fell for a girl named Mikato Namikaze, and he had my father. After that, according to what I can, see and read upon the last letter that my grandfather sent my father, he is dead now. Most of them would know. They're kind of shocked. Like, the guy that they fell for is literally uh, meant to be the strongest ninja, because he's related to so many strong ninjas. And there's one more thing. Have you ever heard of the Sanis? Both of them like, of course we have. Sanin is the strongest ninja. And I said, yeah, one of them is my, godfather. And they said, we are not surprised at all. After what you have told us, we are kind of, okay with everything. Naruto then kisses both of them. First he kissed them on their, cheeks. Now he kissed both of them on their lips. Now both of them are just like, they pretty much just get, a short circuit in their head, and they just stay like this for a while. And while they come back to their senses, Naruto has already left. Both, sisters look at each other and they giggle a lot. And then they go back home. And so Naruto goes directly to, Hokage's office, and Naruto says, yo, old man, care too. And he winks an eye, kind of signaling Hiruzen that, take out the Anbu. Hiruzen does. Naruto says, are you sure? Because there is one Anbu over there. Hiruzen vanishes and kills the Anbu there. It was a root Anbu. Naruto says, well done, Naruto. How do you sense it? Naruto says, oh, I'm a sensory. Hiruzen would nod. And then say, why are you here, Naruto? Because all the Anbu are already gone. Hiruzen and Naruto has kind of a thing. While Naruto does that, Hiruzen will take out all the Anbu. So yeah. Naruto says, old man, I want to join the CRA. I was like, what? Hiruzen's eyes are wide and he's shocked. Like, why? How? What? Naruto says, look, I kind of am in love with Hinata, Hyuga, and Hinabi. Hyuga and both of them are in love with me as well. So I want to date both of them. So yeah, I have to join the CRA. He says that so fast. Like, Hiruzen, like, okay, I got the gist of it. He says, I'll prepare the documents in when you get graduated. Naruto would nod. And then he will leave. Hiruzen, when Naruto leaves, Hiruzen laughs pretty pervertly, because he thinks, he wants a Achram, okay? If you don't know what Achram is, it's harem, basically. Achram. And so Naruto goes back to his home, and now we cut to the graduation day. Naruto is on the top, then Heihachi Hyuga, then Sasuke Uchiha, then Hinata Hyuga, then Sakura and others. Now Sakura and Ino doesn't like Heihachi or Hinata because both of them are stronger than them, and Naruto is at the peak, and they don't like him even because every time Naruto and Sasuke fight, Naruto always wins, always. And Naruto pretty much sits at the back with all the boys don't like Naruto because he sits with two of the most beautiful women in there, that being Hinata and Heihachi. Both of them sits with Naruto. Sometimes he sits with Shikamaru, because this time Hinata and Heihachi has a younger sister that's at the age of actual Heihachi. Let's call her. Can you guys please write a name down, because I kind of don't know what to name her. Nejiko. Yeah, Nejiko. I have a terrible understanding of names, don't I? Yeah, whatever. Nejiko. She's at the age of Heihachi, actual Heihachi. So she's meant to be, the the main house, leader. No, scratch that. They have yeah, Nejiko. Yeah, just Nejiko. I was trying to make her a son, but nah, Nejiko is just fine. Because I need a certain girl at that age, so I can make a ship for a certain someone. That's Konohamaru. Konohamaru and uh, Nejiko will be going together because Heihachi is with Naruto. So yeah. And Heihachi has kind of figured out that both of them are dating Naruto, but he doesn't mind that much because the fourth Hokage and Heihachi were good friends, and Heihachi knows the true lineage of Naruto Uzumaki, that because he knows only clan had known that Kushina was actually half Senju and half Uzumaki. So he thinks having Senju blood and Hyuga blood combined will make a very, very strong grandchildren. I mean, very strong. And all the clan had already knows that Naruto has signed for the CRA, but civilian council doesn't know, Danzo doesn't know, neither any of the elders know. Only the main people who knew Minato on personal level has been told by Horizon, because they kind of want to feel sad for Naruto, but they can't do anything about it because Danzo being Danzo, and so Naruto. Now we come to the graduation day. I will be doing the part in the next video.